You're gonna laugh. I was picking up a Dodge Neon earlier. Supposed to be anyway. There was a road closed sign, and I mean that's just a sign. It doesn't stop me from driving around it, you know. So I just drove around it, parked close, and I guess they were paving the road there, and those guys weren't too happy. They kicked me off the road. I said, "Oh, so there's no cars in or out of this road right now?" And he goes, "Yep, nobody's allowed to leave this street, and no one can come in here." And I was like, "Oh, great. Well, thanks." So I had to turn around and leave. You know what? That kind of looks like that's what I'm looking for right there. I said it's a Kawasaki. I thought it was a bike. That looks like a totaled vehicle. And he called it an ATV. So, and this is yeah, oh, I'm gonna wait for this person to pass. And then I'm gonna, yeah. It's the right place. Black. Okay. Around and then pick it up. I'm pretty sure that's it. He said the front axle is broken. I can still drive it on. Yeah, it's too bad about that Dodge Neon, but at least I got another run to replace the run I had, so that's fine. Yeah, they were shocked I drove around that sign. They're like, "Didn't you see that closed road sign?" I said, "Yep, I saw it." Just continuing to look at my look at my Dodge Neon that I was... Oh, this is the second time I'm a little far away from the vehicle, but... Yeah, I just kept on looking at the Dodge Neon I was about to pick up, practically ignoring the guy. Just because I could tell he was frustrated, and... I mean, in all honesty, when someone's frustrated... And they just, the frustration in a person is with themselves. It's not with the person they're frustrated at. That's just a belief on their part that they're frustrated at me, for something I'm doing. But in reality, it was, that guy's problem. So usually I just ignore people when they're quote unquote frustrated at me. But yeah, I just kept looking at the vehicle, and he's like, "Well, sir, I'm going to need you to move your vehicle off this road here because we're paving it." No problem. Make sure I get my pictures here. This is a Kawasaki, so this must be it. And here I was thinking it was a bike. How you doing? Morning. I thought it was a motorcycle. Keys in the cup holder. Okay. He said it still drove, so. Well, I'll probably just hook it up anyway. I know these are strong enough because they're steel. I've hooked up to them before. I never hook up to these bars here. I don't want to bend them. That's pretty hard steel as well. I mean, I'm sure it's strong enough, but I'm sure that'd be fine to hook to. I just never do. Is it tube? I wonder if it's a tube. Probably is tube, but it sounds thick enough to move this little vehicle. It's not very big, it's small. Missing. That's the e-brake. Oh, he's already got it. It's already in neutral for me. Nice. Actually, I want to keep the keys. Oh, someone calling me, of course. Isn't that funny? Oh. Hello.
I like to think that everything happens for a reason. I just sent you a second car in Olympia at Capital Collision.
Oh, okay. Oh, a second one?
Yes. So you should have the 2 cars at Capital Collision and the bike.
Well, the Kawasaki is actually an ATV. What?
What the heck does that mean?
It's a 4-seater.
Oh my god.
Yeah. It's one of those
It's like a quad.
well, it's I mean it's really it's
like
more
a side by side.
yeah, I mean it's really more like a small car, you know?
Yeah. That's dumb.
Yeah.
All I gotta say is that's dumb.
You know, I also thought it was a bike. I saw Kawasaki and I was just like, oh, it's got to be a bike, right? Because actually, I've never seen a Kawasaki brand one of these, but no, this is a full-on. Like it's a little bit bigger it's bigger and wider than a Razor.
Okay, well then you can only pick up one at Capital Collision.
Yeah, I mean this really is like a oversized golf cart. Really.
Lovely.
Indeed.
Yeah. Oh, it's like perfect, a bike and 2 at the same location.
Yeah. Well, it was a nice try. If I could put this one on the bed sideways, then I could get all 3, but, you know. Or if that other car was a smart car, I could probably get all 3.
Alright, well, I'll pull one off and then the all-wheel drive, the Kia.
Sure.
And then keep you at least with the towable so that way you don't have to.
I mean, the Kia being all-wheel drive would still be towable anyway, as long as the rear end was good.
I'd have to look.
Yeah. But okie dokie. Thank you.
Alright, thank you.
Yeah. Bye-bye. That's funny. Yeah, you know, actually the one that told me that was a treatment was Steve. It looked like paint. Chunks of paint. It didn't look like algae. I posted a that was vice president of HOA telling me, by the way, that's a treatment, because I was taking some drone photos of the oh, someone's calling me again. Isn't that funny? Ah. Yes, sir. Alrighty.
Bye.
Bye-bye. That is funny. Yeah, it was weird. I was looking at the lake yesterday, and I mean, like he said, it's like someone threw green paint into the water, but they're all telling me that it's an algae bloom. So, very interesting. I've actually never seen an algae bloom before, so I was shocked to have. Well, he's the second person now that's told me. Which is too bad because we just had an algae bloom in the lake. And it was probably just treated not that long ago. Is that what is that? Did it come out? Some kind of panel. That, well, it's staying for now, so. Chains are fine. Back's good. There's a panel here too. No? Well, it looks like it's all gonna stay. I'm gonna take the keys with me. Make sure these don't come flying out somewhere. Seat. Everything seems like it's gonna stay. Yeah. It's a pretty beefy little thing. It's crushed a little bit, but it looks like it can roll. It's got a full roll cage around it. Huh. All right, well, next thing I'm picking up is, I believe it's a Honda. Let's see, what is that? Honda Civic. From Capital Collision. Well, I guess the windshield finished popping itself out. I didn't think that would happen, but I mean, it was half busted already. It finished popping itself out once I got to 60 miles an hour. So it's too bad because it landed on this seat here. Give it a good tour. Make sure this doesn't. Okay, that's too bad. Because now there's that tear in the seat. And that is not tempered glass either. Windshield wiper. Let's see, is this gonna stay up there? That'll stay up there. Anything else? What's this? That's the lock. Doesn't work anymore, but I don't think it's gonna go anywhere. Just gonna triple check everything. Don't want any more surprises. Okay, I think we're good. been a while since I've been here, and now they got a gate. Let's see if I can still fit through here even with their brand new gate. All right, cool. So they said, let's see, has I got any working buttons here? Oh, I got a working panic button. Don't believe it's here in this lot. It's a good thing they got that gate because, well, at one point during the winter they had I'm going that way. There was somebody sleeping in one of the vehicles when I showed up to it. They had 6 guys come over here and pretty much cuss the guy off the property. And then the insurance company just happened to be here right as I was about to pick up the vehicle. Let's see here. I'm looking for a Honda Civic. Honda Civic? Let's see. Blue Honda Civic. Let me get mine. That's gray. Ah, right there. Yeah, it looks, so far it looks towable. Ah. All right. You know, I think the ground clearance on this car is lower than the Supra I picked up this morning. Usually if they're in here, well actually, you know, sometimes they'll stick them over there if they don't run and drive, but yeah, usually if it's here, this means it's a running and driving. And it has power. Yes. They usually stick it in here so somebody doesn't steal it. Let's see here. I'm gonna pull it out just in case they gotta close up the gate. Sometimes it is closed during the day. I wonder if they meant to grab that box. They got a bunch of stuff in here. I wonder if that's just their personal stuff they gathered up for the owner. Out. Whoa. Wow, it stops real hard there on the reverse. I didn't expect that. I don't know if that's by design or from the accident, but definitely startled me. Just flip around around here. They've got all these newer looking vehicles in here because they're actually renting out part of their parking lot. Great idea to rent out part of their lot. There was actually a Kia Sorento on my list as well, but that was before they thought that was a motorcycle. It was supposed to be a motorcycle on the bed. I'm guessing that Sorento is probably in there. It's probably that red one over there. See if I have to come back for it or not. It's on my list still, so they're probably just gonna figure out something else for me to grab with it. I have what looks like a Ram, I believe, a 2500. It's either a return tow or a buyer tow. That's going to Eatonville. It's nice to have work on the list. I don't need to try and procure any of it. It's always nice when that happens. Sometimes I get them right on. Sounds like a vehicle's running over there. All that dirt must be from that. The scale won't like pile of dirt. And I've heard they've been very strict lately. So make sure to watch it. Gonna rub a little bit on the rear end. Coming out of here. There's nothing I can do with that. Should be good. Let's make sure this is all still tight. Everything looks good. Come on, light bar charged. Looks okay. It's been testy lately. And it just reset. As long as it stays lit, it should be fine. Okay, I'm out of here. Off to Puyallup, and then we'll see where I'm going after that. Regular Geico. Right past this trash can. Yeah. There on brake. Be able to do it without touching the can. I assume this thing does run and drive. Can be moved. Might be straight enough. I forgot my phone to make sure I get my picture of the key. figured that was a long shot. That's a little off. It's not terrible, but it's not straight. Okay, and this is going in the recreational vehicle area. First, I want to make sure I get my photo of the key. So I cover my butt. I saw that Dodge Ram. It looks nasty. The one that I'm supposed to take to Eatonville. Just looks gross. It's got part of the front end on the ground because it looks like the passenger side wheel is mostly disconnected. So I think it's going to someone's house, so that's always fun when it doesn't roll and somebody wants it taken to their house. You hope it's in a spot, you know, where you can't damage their property at all by dropping it off. So, and it normally is. I mean, it's rare. I think I've only had one time where I dropped off a vehicle and they were concerned about the state of their property. Funny enough, it was actually a boat, but I had to drive it into the backyard to drop it off. And I guess at some point, the prop on the motor, was actually chipped, and it wasn't chipped by me, but when somebody was moving it here, they had chipped it, and they were trying to blame me for it, but luckily, you know, this is why photos get taken before it gets picked up and after, typically anyway, after it gets dropped off. But in my case, I was able to get photos of it twice, you know, once before I picked it up to see that the prop actually may have been already chipped, and then again when I was picking it up here from the yard, showing it was chipped. So it's highly possible that it could have rubbed, you know, the gravel and chipped, or at some point it could have been towed by the owner, and it happened a while ago, so, you know, even if they see this, nobody would probably remember it at all. It was probably over a year ago. But yeah, it's rare that something like that ever happens. Yeah, there's Trucks are so cool. I always see them and I'm like, I want one. Jet. There's a little recreational vehicle area over here. And there's no obvious, like these have been checked in, those haven't been checked in this spot. So wherever the recreational vehicles are, that's where it goes. You can see there's two places here. So, these are kind of just in a pile there. Since I know they'll want to keep that space open for boats, because that's what those little platforms are for, those little stands. I'm gonna drop it off right here. Make sure they got as much space as possible. It's actually pretty clear over here. A little surprised how clear it is. Normally it's a little more, normally they got a lot more over here as far as the boats are concerned, but they probably cleaned some things up. And there is a key, that's right, which I do have right here. Should be good enough. Set a drive, so if I have to. And I'm gonna leave these. I don't know what I'm doing with them yet for that truck. But yeah, like I said, that truck is a mess. And you'll see it. I'm only assuming that it's the same truck that I'm looking at, that I did look at. It's a 2000 Ram 2500. It looks like the only one in the lot, so I'm assuming that's it. Oh. I could just push it back because it was in neutral. That's mine. I'm the only one that folds up my little sticker sheets. Pretty sure I'm the only one that folds them up and sticks them in my door and then throws them away. Oh, let's see where to put this guy. Oh, probably right on the hood. This is gonna be the best bet. They probably don't like. I mean, generally it's hard to get it off the plastic. It's got a texture there. I'll make sure the sticker stays on. This is probably the best spot, but I'll leave it. A little loose. I'm not gonna. Okay, I guess let's go get a 2500. I'm gonna call the owner first because it says the preferred pickup or drop off was between 8 and noon. And well, it's 1:04 now, so kind of hard to schedule for something like that when this morning didn't even go as planned anyway. "48 minutes. Let's see, what's this look like on satellite? Huh. Well, the driveway doesn't look too obvious, but it looks big enough. That's the place. It looks big enough to turn around. Yeah, I'm gonna call. You see what I mean? So this is the problem end over here. The rim is completely split. It's in pieces. It's gonna be fun dragging this thing up. It says it's gold. Let's see, 426-87-639. This is the right one. Alright, I'm gonna give the owner a call here. Let's see what he says. Probably about an hour away. Take it out Bluetooth. Oh, you know what? I think I towed this. Hello.
Hello?
Hey, my name's Ben. I'm calling about dropping off a Dodge Ram 2500.
Oh yeah, what's up, man?
Hey, so I'm just about to pick the truck up here in Puyallup.
Okay.
And then I'll be heading to you. So 15 minutes, maybe plus an hour.
Sounds good.
Yeah, actually, I think I'm the one that actually towed this here.
Oh, really?
I think so, yeah. I mean, the wheel, it looks a little different because the rim is split
Yeah.
into it. Yeah. But it does look familiar, although I don't remember the rim being like that, but maybe it was.
It's probably just gonna be a parts truck anyway, so.
Yeah. Okay, and it says it's going in your driveway?
Yeah, I'll have somebody who should be around that can show you where to.
Okay. Sure, sounds good. All right. I'll
Thank you.
yeah, I'll let you know when I'm when I'm there.
All right, sounds good. Thank you.
All right. Bye-bye.
Peace.
Yeah, this truck looks so familiar because I remember that. You know what? I think I did pick this truck up. From Chevy, from Whitney's. Yeah, Whitney's Chevrolet. Yeah, I remember picking this up because I remember I was worried about it coming up, you know, diagonal because one wheel was real screwed up. And the steering is, if I remember right, the steering's disconnected. What is that? And I remember throwing my chains under there, and then it got caught on the steering bar underneath. I'm pretty sure this is the same truck. Pretty sure it is. It might not be, but I think it is. Yeah, it's a manual. I think I did pick this up. I mean, I don't remember that looking like that. There's a couple things in here that look a little different. The key's not on there. Does that mean, oh, they just moved it. So I think either the owner was here and got some stuff out or what, but yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm the one that towed this here. It's always nice when you're the only one that's touched a vehicle, because you kind of have a general idea of how it's going to go. But in this case, because that wheel is so bad, I don't really know how it's going to go at all. It could just go straight again. That would be sweet. But if I remember right, that wheel steered. And I think that wheel actually had air at the time when I picked it up. Well, let's see how it goes. I got an appointment to try and make at 4 o'clock in Yelm. Let's see if I make it or not. No big deal if I don't, but I applied to be a care driver to earn some extra money on the side, you know, while I'm not towing. I've gone through all the checks except the vehicle inspection, and they want a headshot of me. It's weird to say the word headshot out loud because well, I used to play so many video games. Saying the word headshot out loud, it just seems unnatural for me because it's not in my general vocabulary anymore. It's funny. Yeah, I think I definitely remember picking up this truck because I remember that head rack, and I was seeing that it was only bolted in on one side. And it was heavy enough that it probably wasn't going to move anywhere. And I was right about that. It didn't move anywhere. So I'm pretty sure I used these to secure it also. Chains and the strap. Yeah, and I remember this. I don't remember the hood looking that way. I remember it being smashed, but yeah, if I remember right, I think this is the one where the guy hit the construction, the digital sign if I remember right. I think that's what happened. Yeah, I think I went back to the frame with this one. So I can get a low pull. At least as low as I could anyway. Is the steering bar sitting right on the ground? No, it's not, but no, it was close. Yeah. The longer I'm here with this truck, the more I remember. Yeah, now that wheel is squished underneath, the tire is squished underneath part of the truck. Of course, I also had some WD-40 at the time too, and I'm out of it now. I left it. I must have left it somewhere. Well, we'll see if I got 3 wheels. That's if I have 3 wheels. That's locked. If I remember right, I think it was actually locked, the steering. But I don't remember. It's been a bit. I don't even think I had to use a snatch block, but I probably will this time because, well, you know, who knows? I really just don't know how things are gonna go. Could hit that and put, nope. Snatch block, yes. It's fine. See if it'll stay without the e-brake on. Yeah. Should do it, maybe? Get out of there. You know what? I think the drive line was also disconnected. If I remember right. Is that going to interfere with the bed? Nope. Looks okay so far. Key. Yeah, steering's locked and that, yeah. Is that disconnected too? Yep. It is. Well, yeah, I mean, it's... Yeah. Let's see if I need to snatch block it again. And make sure my idle is all the way up. Sure this ain't in the way. Oh yeah, this will be a fun one to get off. I think I'm gonna go with that. Just chain it. And it might be nicer once it starts going back down, but actually, I remember there being a spot under here. Maybe there wasn't. Huh. You know what? I can use that. And I can turn my idle off. Oh yeah, that's right, that whole entire axle is disconnected. I do remember that. Wow. Yeah. I think I still pulled on it anyway for securing it. Because it's such a big hunk of steel. I didn't think it would go anywhere. It's still connected, it's just not. It'll stay. That'll do. And the other side. Okay. Hood staying. Alright. To Eatonville. Alright, so he said he was just leaving for work or something. So park it next to the gray Mustang. Boonies here. Practically going 4x4 in this. Oh man, I'm so glad I don't live on a road like this. I mean, I don't mind driving up it, you know, with the truck, but it would suck to just live on this road because anybody that comes by, it would just be a major dust cloud. Okay, so I'm pretty sure he's here. Just triple check the address. Okay. I believe that's it. Hi, dog. Gray Mustang. Gray Mustang right there. And the truck will be downhill. Definitely not. Well, it doesn't look too bad. No, give it a shot. Next to the gray Mustang. I need to wipe my mirrors now. That the dust has covered them. That's another reason. There'd be no way to keep your car clean. Like, ever. It would never be clean. It'd always be, like if I lived here and I washed my truck, it would just be immediately dirty as soon as I drove off the property. I'm gonna line up a bit better, and then I'll might be lined up. Yep. All right. Let's give it a try. real downside to this is it's sloped towards the Mustang, which means the front end is likely going to want to go that direction. That's the main problem, dropping off the hill, at least with vehicles that don't roll, means whether it's the front end or the rear end that's locked, that end is going to go towards gravity. So with that being said, I'm going to stand on this side of the truck. So another downside to being on a hill is that little bar underneath hits the ground before I would want it to hit the ground. Right. Worst case scenario, I guess, I just use a snatch block and yank over that front end periodically. Close I am. Now let's see if I can get the e-brake to do some work for me. I don't remember it being very good, but you know. See, and this is, let me see if, oh that's right, because I think the drive was disconnected, but just in case it's not. It's currently in reverse. So let me see if will it roll? Yes, it rolls. So the e-brake in this case basically doesn't do a whole lot. Now the hard part is going to be getting it to stay. Although I am a little surprised that doing this wouldn't just cause it to, there we go, to roll off a little bit. You know, despite there being no e-brake, there's still some kind of resistance. that. Let's see if I can get something to chalk. Something to chalk. Nothing on here. That's being used. Is this a piece of steel? Ooh. This might do it. That might work. Might work actually. Maybe. Maybe if there was some more weight. There was some more weight to it. And that's a pretty, it's a piece of steel, but it needs more. Is that a brick? Brick. Block of wood, brick. Another brick. There we go. A couple bricks. And grab this one for good measure. That actually looks like this would work. This might be a good chalk. Actually, I'll put the steel. That actually might work. This is a pretty good amount of weight. Just gotta get it. Unfortunately, that changes the angle. But let's see if this is enough. It's a good chunk of weight. I'd be surprised if that rolls over, and this is heavier than this block of wood, so. See if that does it. Might be in luck here, maybe. Oh. Yeah, unfortunately it's gonna ride that end over there. So I'm gonna go over there. Because I don't want this to fall. I don't think it'll fall off. So now that I know that this will work, stopping it from rolling, now I need, I'm probably gonna put the steel one back here. I was trying to climb it. need it to stay. Gave it some room. It doesn't look like it's gonna fall off right there. You really just never know what's gonna happen, but I don't think that. Let's rub it on the e-brake. And it's just dragging that cinder block. Yeah, I don't think that, I doubt that hub. It's probably actually getting caught a bit on that hub. Possible that it is getting caught on that hub, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna yank it over just a little bit. To re-spool that up a bit. I should keep this here so that it only goes so far over. I didn't even think of that. That way it can only go over so far. As I release it, all it wants to do is go that direction, of course. And I could back up and then tilt myself, you know, to move the truck that way a little bit. And I have the room to do that, so I probably am going to do that so I can take it a little bit away from that Mustang. It's too bad that e-brake really is not doing anything. Of course, neither is the gear, so I'm just going to leave them out. Oof. So I'm going to leave that taut, and then I'm going to turn right to the left, yeah, to the left, right, and tilt my truck like this so that I move it. I don't like doing it with that much weight on the... Yeah. And that's normally why I don't do it, because there's so much weight back here that the front end of my truck is doing that. So, it's just gonna have to be like this, because there's just too much weight back here. Remembering my chains are down there. Yeah, it's just too much weight. Too much weight on the back end. This thing is, yeah, just, yeah. That's all I have to say about it. It's too much weight. There's not really any e-brake, no gear. So it's just all kinds of all kinds of gobbledygook. I'll say about it. I mean, it's a real piece of junk. Really. Let's see here. I think that's still connected. See if I can't get my hooks out, because yeah, it's a real piece of work. And it's on a hill. You know, this is probably the worst place to put it. But I'm sure this is probably the best place for him. Might be stuck under there. Might need to lift it up. Get it. Looks like I can get my hooks out. So now it's just my J chain that's got to come out of there. This thing just... Huh? I'm confused. I guess, weird. I thought my J was actually stuck under there, but I guess it's not. Okay. Whew. Yeah, I totally thought one of my J's were stuck under there. I threw it over behind the axle, but maybe not. Obviously, I got it back. It's a real piece of work. I'm sure he's got a way to move it. Tell you what though, I'm happy to have it off my bed. I'm not a fan of maneuvering the larger trucks like that on the end of my bed because, you know, they're just heavy. Yeah, that's a real piece of work. And it looks like I'm not going to make my appointment after all. Which is the life of a tow truck driver, really. Make an appointment, likely not going to be able to keep it. You're going to have to just postpone it for another day. Just the way it is. Put the e-brake on anyway, but make sure I got this side. Yeah. That's a nice Suzuki Samurai. That's cool.